about what we do here. The products to pitch and the innovations to showcase, but more fundamentally, there's the need and maybe even the responsibility to demonstrate how what we do matters. How technology can make lives richer, fuller, more meaningful, and how every new innovation should, at its best, create value and connect this magnificent, thrilling, and endlessly creative industry moving us, certainly as a brand and as a company, towards the future. So today, I want to update you on the direction of Sony and highlight 3 critical dimensions of our business as we move forward into the future. So let's get right into this. The first driver of our future is all about choice. And now, under my leadership, we have made a choice to make innovative products and services that integrate functional benefits, but more importantly, deliver emotional value. And this matters to you and to the consumers because it is our promise to deliver products that enrich your daily lives. We make it easier to do the things that you want to do. That is, connect more fully with family and friends, immerse in epic narrative experiences, and see the world more clearly, hear with greater resonance and fidelity than ever before, or take more exquisite photos. It's also our choice not to solely pursue market share or scale in the mass market, but to continue to create products that matter, that make a difference. And that's why we're putting our effort and ingenuity into product development, design, and of course, to innovation. This is a choice at Sony to stand out from the crowd, not simply to fit in. This is a choice to make objects of sensation. And this is a choice to create moments of course, coming from me, wow. And oh, by the way, the beautiful images that I'm showing on the screen here today behind me, they were actually submissions from the Sony World Photography Awards this past year. So our choice is to see our growth come from delivering new products with clear differentiation, pursuing what we're best at in terms of technology, engineering, and design, while also delivering on our brand values. Our focus on product differentiation has already been essential to our goal for profitable growth, and we've been steadily achieving this goal since April, when our fiscal year began. Our accomplishments are evident in our profitability and are the result of decisive steps to be differentiated and also relevant in the marketplace that we are in. And truth is, we have spent decades building a recognized brand that's beloved and that stands for something in your hearts and in your minds. So I'm sure that for many of you, S-O-N-Y has long been synonymous with quality, innovation, and reliability. And while that is still true, deep in our Sony culture are other drivers that also motivate and also inspire us. So these include curiosity, playfulness, and challenging the status quo. Asking questions about how technology can transform the human experience cultivates both a natural curiosity and a willingness for everyone at Sony to accept new challenges. Sony's entrepreneurial spirit is resilient, fearless, and of course, endlessly creative. It continuously encourages us to try new things, but also importantly, to take risks. And sometimes this results in epic successes, and then there are those other times. Now, despite any missteps, we do continue to learn and to grow. I just didn't see that. Anyway. And with the choice to be clearly differentiated, setting the course for future growth, we continue to nurture a culture that thrives on curiosity and challenge. And this is our second essential dynamic. Our challenge is inspired by asking, what if? Why? Why not? They are at the very heart of our product advancements in digital imaging, mobile phones, sound, television, PlayStation, and the outer bounds of what's possible are LifeSpace UX. So today, we're really excited to identify ways to transform the traditional living space away from the conventional, asking ourselves, what if there were no borders, no frames, no cables or no wires, blurring the lines between the physical space and the technological realm? We see unlimited potential for better and more sophisticated ways to deliver the content that you all crave. And we recognize that today, all of you are exposed to more products and brands and content than ever before. And certainly in this new realm, we want you to continue trusting in Sony's creativity as we turn the initial inklings of a creative idea or the challenges of how we currently do things today into the product sensations that you will be using and loving tomorrow. Our entrepreneurial spirit is driving us to face new and exciting opportunities and ideas that will bring us even closer to a future that will wow you even more. Finally, the third essential dynamic that is alive and well within Sony is our passion to be enablers of creativity. All of our products across every category, cameras, camcorders, smartphones, or even the PlayStation 4, they all offer opportunities for creative expression. And we at Sony, we're thrilled by the outpouring of creativity these products have inspired across communities and across social networks. And certainly as a photography enthusiast myself, I love to see the work of professional and enthusiast photographers who constantly share what inspires them through their particular lens on the world around them. With Sony devices, they are able to capture every detail of their subjects: light, shadow, color, contrast, luminosity, and perhaps most importantly, mood and ambiance. And of course, you can be one of them too with products that offer you professional quality images with a simple and very easy to use user interface. Sony's innovation has inspired the creativity of enthusiasts, gamers, developers, and publishers who are devoted to the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is the embodiment of those things that we value as an organization. Powerful technology, advanced and ahead of the curve, PlayStation 4 has built a very passionate community. And of course, we are in constant dialogue with that community, listening to their ideas and responding to them with new, better, and more exciting gaming experiences. And we're really thrilled to see just how effectively PS4 has encouraged sharing, created a dynamic portal to games and entertainment, and immersed gamers in compelling narrative experiences. PlayStation 4 sets the benchmark for our organization in terms of collaboration of engineering, creativity, artistry, and also experiential design. And ladies and gentlemen, today I am proud to say that PlayStation 4 has sold through more than 5.7 million units this holiday season, and the cumulative sell-through since its launch has now reached over 35.9 million units worldwide to date. Yes, that's fine. I'll join. Now, let me just put that into Las Vegas perspective. So I did some math, and apparently there is one slot machine for every 8 residents here in Las Vegas. And that's a whole lot of gaming. But at 35.9 million units, that would translate to roughly 59 PS4 units per every resident of Las Vegas. And that, my friends, is seriously a lot of gaming. And so products like our digital imaging devices, as well as PlayStation 4 and its many related features and technologies, reinforce my belief that at Sony, we can be a playground where technology meets creativity. One of the things that has really excited me in this area of social media is the deluge of creativity and communities that surround our consumer businesses. So photos, digital images, movies, music, and games that are at the core of the expansive community of creators Sony has enabled with offerings that empower you all to be creative, to share, and of course, to be inspired by others. From the choices we're making to be differentiated and unique, to the curiosity that drives our passion to face challenges, to our commitment as enablers of creativity, it is clear that the philosophical and strategic pillars are in place to continue to build a stronger, better, and more profitable Sony. And it is our devotion to products that matter to you because they are connected to the things that you all care about. They give you voice. They tell your stories. They provide access to the content that you crave. And they surround you in light and sound. In a nutshell, they move you. And most importantly, they exist to enrich and expand your individual experience. So now more nimble products that lead to your experience of Kando. Providing Kando continues to be the core focus and goal of our business at Sony. Emotional value is the why in our business. It's why we exist. It's why we care. It's why we innovate, and it's what keeps us moving forward. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here and for listening as we share our evolving focus and efforts at Sony. And we certainly hope to wow you with what's next. So I'll wrap up and let our products speak for themselves. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me welcome President and COO of Sony Electronics, Mike Vasullo. Mike?
Good to see you. Welcome, everyone, and thanks for being here tonight. I'm really excited about Kaz's comments, first because he's my boss, but really because they demonstrate a deepening Sony commitment to you, to wow you, to connect you, and to provide distinct experiences filled with emotion. We're listening to what you need and want and creating products that enhance your life experiences. We know that the way you take pictures and make videos has changed. Your homes have changed. And the way you consume content has changed irreversibly. Think about it. 25 years ago, SNL created a now iconic parody about two derelict young adults making a TV show called Wayne's World in their basement. Fast forward 25 years, and YouTube stars are leaving lasting impressions on fans across the globe, and remarkably, they're making millions of dollars. Kaz, did you hear that? YouTubers making millions of dollars. What happened to you and I? You can laugh, it's okay. It's fun to laugh. Music fans have seen the evolution of their music libraries. We've moved from vinyl to cassettes, to compact discs, to MP3s, all of which accelerated your desire for an even better listening experience. In-home entertainment, the now antiquated VHS tape made way for new and better forms of video playback, and along came the DVD. Then, along came Blu-ray technology, and now, today, right here, the advancement of streaming technologies. Flip phones, Palms, Blackberries, all influenced the dramatic shift to mobile. No one could have predicted how critical the camera would be to smartphones. In every case, Sony has been a leader in innovation, leveraging our technological, engineering, and creative capabilities to introduce better products. Our goal has always been to satisfy your needs as we've collectively made the remarkable shift to a digital world. We're more focused than ever on categories that are relevant to you, that create value, ultimately, that yield profits. As a more nimble organization, we're able to respond to an industry that is constantly evolving. And because our industry is moving far beyond electronics, this year, the Consumer Electronics Association changed to the Consumer Technology Association. And this week, you'll see brands including YouTube and Netflix gracing the CES keynote stage. Automotive brands, medical companies, and digital startups are all adapting their technologies to be relevant to you. So, they showcase their innovations right here. And not surprisingly, many of these brands are Sony partners, looking to us to harness the power of our technology to enhance their customer experiences. And tonight, I'm very excited to talk to you about relevant advancements that are designed and engineered to make your lives richer, fuller, and more meaningful. In the past few years, photography and filmmaking has become a social experience. You click, then post. You film, edit, and share. We get that you're always looking for better ways to tell your stories. Our digital imaging products are offering professional-grade creative images that have attracted a community of storytellers worldwide. Now, with that in mind, I'm excited to share with you our newest 4K Handycam with 4K picture quality through the combination of a newly developed lens and sensor. The new 26.8 millimeter Zeiss lens, along with 20 times optical zoom, captures stories in high resolution with even greater detail, be it a precious birthday or a memorable film screen. Its stability, compactness, and accurate color reproduction enables you to focus on capturing the right moment while the Handycam captures just the right detail. And adding to that is Handycam's new Exmor-R CMOS sensor, offering 1.6 times bigger pixel size and better sensitivity than past sensors. Now what that translates into is reduced noise and improved image quality, especially in low light conditions, even candlelight. The new microphone structure collects sound not just from the top, but from 5 directions. And this provides for better stereo sound. So whether you're recording a music recital or a music video, your footage will sound like the real thing, and you'll be able to relive that moment whenever you want to play it back. With our new 4K Handycam equipped with fast, intelligent autofocus, you can capture spontaneous moments and fast action. So 2 years ago I said, 4K for the price of 2K. Last year I said, 4K for 1K. This year, I say 4K for everyone. I know, it's weak, but that's all I got. So now I want to talk about our A7 series cameras. Now, some of you might remember Stella. This is Stella. She's our little dog. And she was, this picture was taken, you can see she's having fun with her little ball on the side of her head there. This picture was taken by my daughter last week with our A7R Mark II. Now, I want to point out the detail, and you can see the gray hairs. So one thing's for sure, she wears gray hair much cuter than I do. All right, so moving on from Stella. For the more ambitious storytellers, you can shoot a film scene, tell a personal story, memorialize an event, or bring your point of view to a historic moment, all with our A7R Mark II. And we know that creators are never satisfied with the status quo, so by combining new technologies with new approaches to production, an entirely new style of narrative can be born. One such storyteller is producer and president of physical production for Screen Gems, Glenn Gaynor, whose credits include Friends with Benefits, Priest, About Last Night, and Death at a Funeral, to name just a few. So tonight, I'm excited to talk to Glenn about how Sony digital imaging has disrupted the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Glenn Gaynor.
Mike, how are you?
How you doing, Glenn? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
You have a little appendage there. What's
You know what? I don't go anywhere without this anymore.
I like that.
It's really become an appendage. It's my best friend.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. Did you see Stella? Wasn't she gorgeous?
Beautiful. Beautiful. You know what? I'm going to have to see if I can share the same memory for you.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
So you're an avid personal photographer, and I've been following you on Facebook over the holidays.
Yeah.
Beautiful, lovely family, great photos, but you're also a professional in the industry of filmmaking. But I want to start on the personal side.
Yeah.
With advancement of digital imaging, I mean, you must have seen quite advancement in just the past few years. What has that meant for you in your personal photography?
Oh, it's been tremendous. The amount of stories I've been able to tell with my family is unparalleled. We have taken photographs in areas that were not achievable before. You know, it used to be you had to have a flash and you had to have all this light, and you just don't anymore if you have the A7. There's no doubt about it. It's changed my life.
It's changed your life.
It really has.
Do we have any photos we could take a peek at?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, let me show you. In fact, you know, these moments start with your heart and start at the home. And this photograph behind us actually is a picture from my bedroom. And if you look on top, you'll notice that the light is not on.
That's amazing.
It's actually lit by a 5-cent candle. That's all that lit that. And I was just kind of amazed by that. More here. This is a photograph. Two of these girls are actually my daughters.
Beautiful.
Jillian and Grayson. Jillian's wearing the blue there. Grayson's doing this. And it's shot on a hillside. There was absolutely no light in front of them. All the light was from the city behind them. I couldn't see them. And yet the camera did. The sensor saw them. That's why I'm very impressed with that. This next shot just shows the beauty you get out of the camera, the detail, the depth, and so forth and so on. It's a portrait, you know. It really can magnify a moment, I think. And I'll show you just a few more. Since I saw you doors. But look at the eyes. I've actually blown that up, and I can see myself. In her eyes. There's detail where you want it, you know, and yet you can tell that story of beauty in any way. This next photograph, I just took this picture in fact, a few days ago as the New Year's is winding down. I live in a little town in California called Hollywood. And that's the Capitol Records building. But what I love about that shot, there's detail in the Christmas. It's not lit, yet you can see it. Amazing. Now that dynamic range is amazing on this 35mm full-frame CMOS camera. And I think we have just one or two more. This shot I love just because there's detail again. There's dynamic range, and there's detail where there's no light, and there's detail with extreme light, you know, in the fireworks. And let's see what else. Of course, being a fan of Lawrence of Arabia, I saw this shot, and the obligatory sunset shot you have to take. But look at it. I mean, it's just amazing, and it just captured the birds right in motion. It's like a portrait.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So this is all just in a personal life. I was in Mumbai visiting one of our producing partners, and Mumbai, of course, is filled with color. And this was night, and you know, I just let 30th per second just get you a little bit of movement. But all these shots were just quick moments of grabbing it. And then following this shot up, this is Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, that's my wife. It gives you sort of a documentarian feel, almost a National Geographic feel. And again, these were just moments of capturing life. And I think we have a Hollywood producer that I got special effects people and smoke machines. But no, this was actually in the Dhobi Ghat, which is a laundry facility in Mumbai, India. And this little girl was just playing in the background. And I just was lucky enough to capture that moment with this camera.
Remarkable. Just phenomenal.
Yeah.
What a beautiful family. And, you know, Kaz always talks about Kando, and Kando being the spirit, right? What would you say? It comes from the heart. Look at those photos. I mean, there's a definition or an explanation of Kando. That's just remarkable. So let me shift gears a little bit to the professional side. And I know at Screen Gems, you use the A7S to shoot scenes. How's that experience? Can you tell us a little bit about that on the professional side?
Absolutely. You know, every camera helps you tell a different kind of story. We have our portrait cameras that we've been using in the Sony family, but not every opportunity is right for every camera. This camera allows you to get into very specific, tight quarters. It allows you to get into areas that may have been off limits before. And it's very versatile. And by the way, it's 4K. It's internal 4K, and it can also be external 4K with, in this case, the Shogun monitor. That's 422 4K. And so it works beautifully with my entire ecosystem of my motion pictures.
That's just remarkable. All right, I've got to ask the question that is on everyone's mind.
Yeah.
With all of the tools available to a filmmaker, to your profession, to your colleagues, including DSLRs, why the Sony Alpha?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's just the greatest camera in the world. It achieves everything I want to achieve as a storyteller. Not only can I get into places where I couldn't get in before, but I can get into those places knowing that whatever nature gives me, whatever the environment gives me, I'm going to be able to capture it. And I'll be able to capture it with clarity and with detail and with dynamic range. And I know that it'll match other 4K cameras seamlessly. And that's been my personal experience making these movies. I think we have a clip. I can show you some of the work in action. This is actually from an upcoming movie that we shot at Shepperton Studios in London. And the camera was this camera. It's just like this, looking up, or looking down rather, on the prisoner. We couldn't get that in any other way, and it works just really beautifully and cuts in seamlessly. I've seen it on a 40-foot wide screen, and I just absolutely love it. And I think we have a few more clips. This one was the London Underground. Now, I couldn't get any of my equipment in there, but I could get this in there. And that helped my director tell the story he wanted to tell. Here's another example of the camera being in a low position. You know, when Orson Welles was doing Citizen Kane, he was at RKO Studios, and he got into a little bit of trouble because he had to dig a hole in the floor to get his camera down. Because he had to dig a hole in the floor to get his camera down there. You don't have to do that anymore. You just put the camera right down here and tell your story. That's what this camera allows you to do. This. And that's exciting.
That is more than exciting. It's remarkable. It's beyond creative. Wonderful, wonderful work.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming tonight and sharing your stories. And
oh, it's my
pleasure.
pleasure. Happy New Year
It's
to
a
you.
pleasure seeing you guys.
Absolutely. Hey, let's get a selfie.
Quick selfie?
Let's do a selfie.
All right. Audience behind or audience in front?
Let's get the audience. This is a great audience. Here we go.
All right. Audience behind or audience in front?
Let's get the audience. This is a great audience. Here we go. Perfect. I got two.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Gaynor.
Thank you.
So as Kaz said earlier, Sony has made a choice to support 4K, and Glenn's experience is just one example of the way that choice is empowering storytellers. From motion pictures to sporting events, 4K is transforming how we experience real life, even when we can't be there in real time. From a permanent 4K installation at the 49ers Stadium to the upcoming Sony Open, which is next week, with the Golf Channel, which will be shot in part on 4K, to the everyday storyteller, we've got superior products that capture the stories you want to remember, tell, and retell. And we're not done yet. As with last year, we will be announcing products throughout 2016 as this category continues to emerge at a very rapid pace. So stay tuned, because there's much more to come. Now, the common denominator in these products and all of the Sony's portfolio here at CES, see, hear, capture, and share life. We want to inspire you, and nothing inspires you like music. Now, Sony has led the way in high-resolution audio, and the interest in and desire for higher quality sound has only grown. In addition to ease of access, the quality of sound increasingly matters to the music fan. We constantly see customers asking for more volume. Now think about it. When you're on a bad phone line, the first thing you want to do is... But with Sony, it's not about turning up the volume. It's about dialing up the sound quality. And folks, we know this business and we know it well. We represent artists. We develop content and we create innovative listening devices. In fact, we are seeing more and more artists demanding higher quality. We are seeing major labels demanding better sound quality to differentiate and distinguish their artist by capturing their intent with resonance and clarity. In fact, this past November, I was in New York with the DEG, that would be the Digital Entertainment Group, hosting Universal Music, Warner Music, Sony Music, and HD Tracks at Best Buy. As a collective, we harmoniously presented a new and vastly improved customer experience around high-resolution audio across industries. And it blows my mind, actually inspires me, but blows my mind the fact that such a vast array of business competitors were all in one place with a resounding, unified, and singular message. High-resolution audio is here, and it's here now. With high-resolution audio on the minds of retailers and audiences, we've developed headphones, portable speakers, and car audio products to support this improved sonic experience. Now, Sony wants to fully satisfy your appetite for high-quality music, and tonight, we're expanding our newest Here high-resolution audio line. Here Go is the world's smallest, portable, high-resolution audio wireless speaker with multi-room capability. It's tiny, but despite its size. Here in Wireless offers high comfort behind the neck style in-ear headphones, and Here on Wireless offers noise-canceling headphones. Now, these headphones provide a 3-in-1 experience. You no longer need to think about what kind of headphones to get: deep bass, high quality, and simply by unplugging them, they become wireless. These headphones combine all of the great features offered by different lines in the convenience of one single pair. So to simply put it, hear what you have been missing. And we continue to track trends and pay attention to how customers want to connect with music. For decades, vinyl records have been the timeless standard for listening. Today, the return to the vinyl LP reaches across generations, and even young music fans are embracing the distinctive audio texture of a record. The resurgence of vinyl shows continuing passion for music in many, many forms. This year, our new PS HX 500 turntable brings the emotional connection and novelty of vinyl to the portability and quality of a high-resolution digital file. We're listening to those who want to preserve their vinyl and high-res quality, and those who in high fidelity, whether at home or on the go. The renewed popularity of vinyl LP records has created an opportunity to convert them to portable, high-resolution audio. Now, these music files can be enjoyed as portable music on a compatible PC, mobile device, portable music player, or in the car. When playing vinyl, users can enjoy the original analog sound of the record by connecting to the stereo system as a normal stereo record player. However, as a normal stereo record player, music styles and the popular sounds of a particular era constantly shift. Since the 80s, peak sounds and hit tunes has shifted to deeper and heavier bass sound to give you an enhanced sense of rhythm and feel. To a listener's ears, there's quite a difference in bass. This trend is happening across most genres, including pop, EDM, hip-hop, rock, you name it. And as music tastes evolve, we're listening to the music and providing customers. To dial up rhythm and feel, we're also expanding our extra bass category to include extra bass Bluetooth wireless speakers. In our new premium line, the XB3 features full-range speakers and dual passive radiators, extended 24-hour battery life, dual layout, and is water resistant. Now, music is more than a lifestyle choice. It is the soundtrack to life. And it doesn't stop with sound, because Sony is working to make it easier to do the things you want when and where you want to. And that includes the in-home entertainment experience. Now, today's home environment is about more than creature comforts. It's also the epicenter of entertainment access. Sony continues to be at the center of the home, making it flexible to enjoy entertainment in a variety of formats, places, and situations. And the home environment, especially here in the United States, has changed. It isn't the same as just 10 years ago, and Sony understands that. Home is a place that is connected, it's alive, it's dynamic, and it's always on. And Sony is responding to new ways of enjoying entertainment by creating an incredible line of products that outfit the entire home. The first step in this definition of living space is having the ability to easily enjoy music and video in spaces that might have been difficult to enjoy before. Please, take a look. Our entrepreneurial spirit drives us to continue to challenge the thinking about what products live where and why. And throughout LifeSpace UX, Sony is conceptualizing the home, regardless of size or configuration, free from conventional displays and casings. We will be bringing Sony's LED bulb speaker, portable ultra-short throw projector, and glass sound speaker to the United States by this summer. Through a simple Bluetooth connection, Sony's LED bulb speaker brings any living space, including this one, the convenience of sight and sound in a single device. And all you have to do for power is screw it into a light socket. Now, I gotta be honest with you, Kaz and I were actually gonna come up and screw it into a light socket, but we couldn't imagine how much fun you would have writing about that episode. So we chose otherwise. This portable ultra-short throw projector throws up to an 80-inch image despite its compact size. And it can be set up anywhere, such as on a table or against a wall. You can take it to any room to enjoy your favorite movies, show your vacation photos, and enjoy your favorite content as part of your interior all day long. And our glass sound speaker is a stylish LED illuminating speaker. Now, those looking to enhance the ambiance of their living space will appreciate both the functionality and the novelty of this product. Switch on the illumination on a nightstand in a bedroom or alongside a large sectional in a living room. And not only have you brought illumination into the room, you have filled your space with crystal clear sound created from vibration of the organic glass. Now, here's one where you really have to hear it to believe it. So please make sure you go through the booth this week and get a listen. These products make our living spaces more personal, more textured, and more emotionally appealing. And Sony lives at the intersection of content and consumption. And understanding not only how to connect, but what you want to connect to drives us to innovate, which is why we are moving beyond just TV. However, despite all of the innovation in access and delivery, we know that if the picture doesn't look brilliant, it's a disappointment. Now, a platform like YouTube, for example, was eventually going to have to raise their quality to stay relevant. And we saw this coming and worked with YouTube in studio to give creators the capability for higher quality orientation for user-generated content. To talk a little more about how YouTube advanced its quality to reach its audience, I'd like to welcome Vice President of Global Brand Solutions and Innovations, Lucas Watson.
If you could take my phone right now, it would feel just like a stage ever.
How you doing, Lucas?
Good to see you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Boy, talk about growth and being on fire. You guys are kicking it.
Well, it's been about 10 years, but we've had a good first 10 years.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And it's just a pleasure working with you and the team and the whole company. Now, you have seen content viewed in various screens and formats over the years and constantly evolving. What trends are you seeing now? How are folks viewing content?
Sure. Well, in the last year, we now reach over 1 billion people every single month on the platform, which is a huge percentage of the world's population. But the consumer trend and how they're consuming YouTube is shifting rapidly. And in fact, mobile has become our primary consumption device, if you will. And just recently, we now have over 40 minutes of consumption on an average viewing session on mobile devices, which is up 50% year over year. And while the shift to mobile is certainly a huge trend, and it's where we're going to reach, a lot of the world's population, here in the United States and in other developed markets, there's also been a massive shift to the big screen. And in fact, our living room consumption on flat screen TVs and game consoles has more than doubled in the last year. And you almost can't buy a smart TV or a game device today that doesn't come pre-installed with YouTube ready to go. And so our distribution on the biggest, most beautiful screens that you guys make is only going to get stronger in the year ahead. So we're really excited about that.
Those are pretty amazing stats and very exciting. So you talked about big screens. We know a little bit about big screens.
Of course.
And we've been working with the team on capturing content in 4K. So how do you see 4K for the user generator in that trend, and how do you see that improving content and bringing it to higher qualities?
Of course. Well, I think a couple things. One is we've been supporting 4K on YouTube as a platform since 2010. And so while we were a little early, it's now getting to scale and really starting to take off. But we're huge supporters of the quality that 4K provides. And in the last year, we launched a new compression technology called VP9. And what that does is reduces the amount of time it takes to compress the high quality video so that you can watch it on slower bandwidth speeds. And as a result, just in the last year alone, over 25 billion hours of 4K content got viewed on YouTube, and that number is exploding right now. So we're really excited about where it's heading, and once you see 4K, it's really hard to go back. And so we think it has a flywheel effect that the more people see it, the more people are going to want it, and the creator will keep making in that quality, and it becomes a virtuous flywheel sort of up the quality ladder, which we're really excited about.
You said billions, right?
Billions, yes.
Billions. That's amazing.
Billions.
And 4K since 2010.
Billions, yes.
Billions. That's amazing.
Billions.
And 4K since 2010.
Exactly. In fact, I don't know if people realize, but we even support 8K at this point. So I know when the world's not there yet, but we're working on HDR and 8K we already support. So we're trying to be ahead of the curve so that as those technologies become broadly available, YouTube is a place to get them.
So we've seen this trend of a blending of amateurs and professionals in camera use.
Sure.
And an amateur today is the next filmmaker of tomorrow, and a large part thanks to YouTube and that platform available. So what?
Well, I think if you think about it, when you and I were growing up, I hate to date us, but we used to have 3 broadcast channels to choose from, right? And the content to support those channels was probably made on very few, very expensive, high-quality Sony cameras. But if you think about it today, as you and I can go find any content we want, most people don't realize that there's actually 4 million active channels on YouTube. So I can go find a channel just to teach my son how to play golf from a left-handed perspective, and you can find that on YouTube. Well, all 4 million of those creators need to have cameras and quality equipment, and a lot of that is Sony, right? And what we do to try to facilitate that development of all those creators and the movement from user-generated to premium and professional quality creators is we have 8 YouTube spaces around the world. We have one in LA and one in New York, and Paris and Tokyo. And in these spaces where we work with you guys, in fact, this video that we're watching by OK Go was shot in the YouTube space in Tokyo.
In 4K, right?
What's that?
In 4K.
In 4K. These are spaces where we give the physical tools, the great Sony cameras and the physical spaces and the green screens to allow amateur creators to learn the techniques of professional creators, so that they can go take it to their friends and to their family, and then it spreads sort of the techniques of how to make great films. So a lot of collaborations happening, and we're really excited about where it's headed in the year ahead.
Likewise, congratulations on your success.
Awesome.
Really, congratulations on your focus on your customer.
Cool.
And let's have a great 2016.
Well, thank you for working with us. We
Ladies, so without investment in quality, none of this matters. And Sony is future-proofing our televisions and investing in bringing you superior visual quality along with the user experience you desire. Watching television can be an incredibly rewarding experience. Our television specifications are proof of our claim to provide the highest quality screen technology available. Our high dynamic range not only further sets us apart in the premium 4K TV viewing, the new standard to deliver greater contrast and color. And it's not just me saying this. Creators see the superiority of high dynamic range, and they are on board. HDR is adopted by motion picture studios such as Sony Pictures, along with major internet video services such as Amazon Netflix, and as you just heard from Lucas, YouTube. So this year, Sony will publicly unveil our new 4K HDR logo. And our intention here is just clearly to convey to you, the consumer, that with these TVs, you can have next generation, emotionally compelling visual experience. And this week, we're showcasing our pinnacle model, the X93D Sony 4K HDR television. Picture quality to new heights. In addition to our 4K processor X1 and triluminous display technologies, the X93D features the new slim backlight drive, which boosts peak brightness and black levels more precisely and enhances contrast levels. Picture quality is important to Sony, and we recognize that a great viewing experience includes great design. So this year, we'll be broadening our ultra slim line to more models. And not only does that create an expansive borderless picture, it also sits close to the wall, virtually disappearing into nothing but the picture itself. And when the television is set on a stand or a cabinet, its clean cable management keeps wires out of view and looks equally elegant when viewed from behind. Now, why you would view it from behind, I don't know. But if you did, it's equally elegant. And with increasing choice in content, we want to create a simpler than ever intuitive usability that gets you where you want quickly and easily. From live TV broadcasting to internet video services, our seamless user interface we call Content Bar includes enhanced content navigation. One quick button helps you look for everything instantly. Moreover, by enhanced voice search with Android TV, it allows for quicker and more accurate responses in more than 40 languages. 40 languages. Each year, we come to CES and we discuss picture quality improvements, and yes, each year, our TVs continue to get better. And to reiterate our focus on image quality, we continue to drive the industry by taking it one step further with HDR. I'm thrilled to showcase, for the very first time, our prototype backlight master drive technology. It will produce unprecedented levels of lights with up to 4,000 nit ultra-high peak brightness as compared to a conventional television at approximately 400 nit, as well as markedly deeper blacks and fine shadow details with precision backlight boosting technology. When integrated with Extended Dynamic Range Pro, you'll achieve even more vibrant and realistic images. So please, be sure to check out this remarkable Sony-only technology in our booth this coming week. We want you to be immersed, emotionally engaged, and deeply involved in the stories and games, movies and shows that fuel your passion. That is what Kando is all about. To that end, I am thrilled to announce tonight that Sony Pictures Home Entertainment will be launching Ultra, a new app that allows 4K movies and TV shows directly on our Android TV models, featuring new and classic titles from the 4K digital library of Sony Pictures. Optimized for Bravia, Ultra will be a premium digital service that brings to life high-quality Sony Pictures on the best quality 4K Bravia TVs. Now this promises to be a fantastic digital streaming experience, offering a wide selection of 4K movies with high dynamic range for purchase, along with interactive digital extras and a gorgeous user interface, and the ability to watch ultraviolet movies and TV shows users already own. So, from advanced digital imaging, to high-resolution audio, to state-of-the-art televisions, to the ultimate streaming service, to the future innovations beyond the reaches of our imaginations, Sony continues to listen to you. Beyond the reaches of our imaginations, Sony continues to listen to you in our pursuit to create better products. We truly do hope to spend as much time as possible here in our booth to see, hear, and experience everything that we have to offer. And now, it is my pleasure to ask back to the stage Kaz Hirai.
Great job, Mike.
Thank you, Kaz.
So I heard you backstage about the YouTube channel. So while I like my day job, you and I, maybe we could start a channel?
Yeah.
You think? I love that photo of Stella, though. It's great stuff. Yeah, did you take that photo, or?
No, my daughter did.
Got it.
But
Okay.
she took it with an A7R Mark II.
Got it. Okay,
Just last week.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
No, but so we should start that channel.
I agree.
All right.
YouTubers making millions.
There you go. There
All
you
right,
go.
I can go now?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
You're dismissed.
Thank you.
And you can still keep your day job.
Oh,
for the time
thank you.
being,
Thank you.
until you get that channel going. So I'm really excited to see all of this Sony innovation living in one place here at CES. And I'm thrilled for all of you really to get your hands on our products at our booth today. Now, in my lifetime, I've had the pleasure and the thrill of seeing technological innovation dramatically transform how we live,